know what time it is. OG Sam, your big Rashid K, 8 niggas in charge. It's the Masterclass Podcast, episode 18.
I've lost count, man. It's one of those episodes. We keep it moving.
How you doing, big OG?
I'm all good. Have a young flu, but I'll survive.
Under the weather.
Yeah, I'm under the
When are
weather.
you getting vaccinated, bro?
Yeah?
When are you getting vaccinated? I'm a vax boy now. But I'm getting vaccinated.
Not fully. How many times have you vaccinated?
Like, by the time this episode airs, I would have had my second shot.
Yeah. Johnson & Johnson.
Nah, I think I might be
No,
black.
guys, get in. Careful which vaccine you use.
Really? Why?
Yeah, because some of the shit has like crazy side effects.
For real.
Yeah.
People be talking about you can't sit after getting the shot. After I got my shot, I had a beer straight after that.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, like, I guess your body...
It depends. It depends. People will use Pfizer and tell you don't do this and that while you're not even on that vaccine, because there's different types of vaccine. You just need information which one is not good for what, you know? Yes.
Nah, I figured I'm taking it because I'm trying to travel the world, I'm trying to take the master classes for this, planet.
That's where we go.
So
That's where we go.
It's nice, Rashid. It's nice. Stop being an anti-vaxxer.
I'm not. I'm pro-life.
Yeah, that's what's up. How's your hip hop beat been? Been nice? What's been happening?
It's been cool, man. It's been cool. I'm happy with everything that's going. Cats dropping albums and projects.
That's actually something I wanted to talk about. Cats dropping albums is almost in a ghost vibe. Like, we don't even know if it's about to drop and next week there's an album out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's been a while since a hip hop artist has come with a dope rollout where I'm anticipating the album. Nowadays, niggas just dropping. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, for instance, I had no idea LT was dropping an album.
Yeah, I just saw him. Like, boom, there's a link.
And it's not just him, there's a whole other cast that we're going to speak about as well.
Yeah.
This week and next week, but there's no campaigning for your music anymore. There's no rollout plan. Like, homies are not, they're just dropping music. And I think it's too catchy.
I think cats are now too comfortable with the internet. As long as out there, people are gonna see it. They don't make an effort to walk an extra mile.
Do people see it though? You know what I mean? Like, if you're not gonna campaign for your music, I'm not gonna say campaign, but have a rollout plan for how you're gonna push your sound, how you're gonna push your album.
Some people will miss it because you don't get to see everything on your timeline.
Even if you go on the DSPs, right? If you go on Apple Music, if you go on iTunes, it's very seldom that you'll see South African hip hop before you see, a big album from overseas. So
it's crazy though that we are on radio, but cats don't even bother to send the stuff to say, yo, here's a single I'm dropping on this date.
Yeah, so I feel like that's why it's a conversation we've had before, is that they even see radio as important to them. Because, like you're saying, the internet is so big, but for the rest of the country, radio is still a big deal. I feel like the homies are just dropping music and they don't really care about the avenue, how this music is going to be pushed around and how it's going to be received. So I feel like let's put more work into how we roll out our albums, man. I've been listening to the LTO, I like it, but I'm a bit disappointed that I didn't even know about it. It just came out of the...
Yeah, we all didn't know about it. You know what disappointed me? Is that after so many years of not dropping, she drops a project with 4 songs.
Who's that?
LTO.
Oh, LTO. So it's not even an actual full...
It's an EP. 4 songs. After so many years of not dropping.
Maybe that's why he never told us about it, because he's not trying to push it as a full album.
Or maybe that the full album is still coming.
I hope so. I hope so, and I hope to see it.
It's nice. It's nice. It's just not enough. It's just not enough.
But also, it's not just him. It's like a lot of cats in the game. Ecco, Words. Like, nobody really came out and was like, yo, I'm about to drop in the next 6 months. Y'all better be anticipating this album. It's coming through. And I'm gonna keep rolling it out, dropping a couple of new sequences for you to fuck with while I'm working on my album. that shit doesn't
Probably
this
they
job
don't have-
talks of that.
Probably they don't have ideas on how to do it.
I guess that's in the master class, that's what we're supposed to be teaching, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what's the best way to do it? Like, is it good to drop a 4-track something, come back, then maybe give me some features, and then drop it out?
It doesn't have to be like rocket science, man. Just do a countdown. I'm dropping this EP in 10 days, 10 days to go, 9 days to go, 8 days to go, until it drops, so that people are aware.
But is that all I need to do? Can I maybe like
No, I'm just saying, that's one of the things you can do to create awareness.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying it's the only thing.
Yeah.
I'm saying do something.
One thing I like that I've seen happening in the States, like homies, like the hardcore rappers, like your Griselda boys,
Yeah.
before they drop maybe an EP or something, every day of the week you'll drop your freestyle.
Yes.
Just in anticipation of what's going to come in the album. And I feel like homies need to start doing a bit more of that, putting more effort into rolling out the album. Make me want to hear this album because I've been seeing you in my face for the past 2-3 weeks, and now bam, the album is dropping. You know what I mean? Just that's what I've been thinking really. That's what I've been seeing from the new drops. And shout out to everyone that's been dropping music, you know, like a lot of music's been coming out. The homies and I are speaking about on the show is that we didn't want to interview just hip-hop artists on our radio show, right?
Yeah,
We wanted to interview everybody in the hip-hop space. But for the past 2 months, we haven't been able to interview PR people and artwork and graphic designers,
Yeah.
because there's just so much hip-hop dropping that we have to speak to someone who is making music every single week, which is very impressive. So shout out to everyone in the game, man. I see people working. That's what I'm about. Really about.
Let's keep going.
Let's get into class, my nigga.
Yeah, what's happening?
What you been feeling? What's on your mind?
The topic for today, obviously, is verification of flags.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of artists and record labels giving their artists flags. You go to Risa website, that shit doesn't exist.
How does this thing work, man? 'Cause I'm not too clued up on it. You know what I mean? I'm here to learn.
Okay,
How does it work?
Risa, Recording Industry of South Africa, is the only body that verifies and certifies flags. You know, if Risa says no, then there's no flag. You know, so it's Risa and Risa only. Sometimes you find artists with platinums and gold, and you go to Risa website, they're not there.
Not there.
Because the website is usually updated,
Yeah.
and you apply for that thing. Like a record label or an artist will send a letter with all the details to say we are applying for a gold or platinum flag. Here are the numbers, sales, and then they'll have to verify. It usually takes them 48 hours,
Okay.
you know, to verify information. That's why it's impossible. That's why it's impossible to go gold in a day.
Okay.
That I find stuff.
Okay. Even if you have a corporate company, let's say you in Spain, buys all 20 copies of the
You
first
still need 48 hours
verify.
to verify and then certify. You know, because they need to go through all that information, and because if you send them stuff, they still need to go to Capasso, all these DSPs. Yeah.
So run me through the numbers, the figures. What's gold, what's platinum, what's diamond in our country?
In our country, an album, 15,000 units is gold.
15K
15K
is gold, right?
is gold. For singles and EPs, 10,000 is gold. Yeah.
And then when you in the rest of the world, in the States?
It's different from country to country.
Oh, wow.
In the US, platinum is 1 million.
Right.
Gold is 500,000.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright.
So, an album 15,000 is gold, 30,000 is platinum.
30,000 platinum makes sense.
Yeah. So, with
diamond is then 60K.
diamond doesn't exist in South Africa. That's not
I'm sure I've spent time with Plaques somewhere on Twitter.
Yeah, I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot. Every diamond Plaques.
So we don't have diamond Plaques. Is that all it?
We don't have.
It's a lot? Cap?
It's cap. Probably it's like in the States, 10 times platinum is diamond.
Okay.
So maybe in South Africa, a cat will go 10 times platinum and then they make their own diamond. But it's not official.
Alright.
You know, RISA doesn't
Acknowledge that.
doesn't acknowledge
It's fair though, like, because if the rest of the world, there is a diamond status.
Yeah.
And you crack that number in South Africa, then you can call yourself diamond, right? You can make your own diamond. It might not be official, but you hit diamond level, I think.
Yeah. It is, if it's 10 times platinum, it is diamond. Because we don't have diamond in SA. You know, it's just that record labels will make their own plaques and which is wrong. It's like a school giving their own metric certificates when there's a body for that.
I get you. So that's what Lisa's role is.
Yeah.
Role is to monitor the numbers. Because my role as an artist is to bring the numbers to Lisa.
Yes. For them to verify and say your numbers are correct. Now we certify your plan.
Where do I get the numbers from as an artist? Which numbers do I get them from my label, from independent?
Yeah, from your label, like the DSPs, the views, the downloads, all those numbers, put them together and then send those numbers up to RISA.
I get that.
But it's very difficult because for one sale, for one sale, for an album, you need 1,200 streams
For one sale.
is equal to one album sold.
1,200.
1,200.
Not per song, right?
I'm still talking albums. 1,200 streams is equal to one download, one album sold. So with singles, 120 streams is equal to one song. So imagine how many streams it will take you to get to gold diamond. You need millions and millions of streams. You know,
And then for you to get the Plaques now, for you to go gold. Because going gold should be easy. 50K doesn't even sound like
15K streaming, 15K times 1,200. That's what you need.
okay.
15,000 times.
Check it out.
Let me check it out.
Why not?
How many streams do you need for you to go gold? 15,000 times 1,200. This is for an album. You need 18 million views. Streams, yeah. You need 18 million streams for you to go.
Go. So how do you go gold then in South Africa? Because there's very few artists that can crack these hip hop artists.
Yeah.
So how do they go gold? Go gold because they're selling physical copies. Someone's like, yo, I went gold.
No, it's streams.
On the album.
I saw on the RISA website, hey, this mixtape went gold.
They're over 18 million.
Yeah, but it's like putting everything else together. You know, like iTunes, Spotify, all these DSPs.
Yeah,
when you put them together,
it's not like getting 18 just on Apple or just on Spotify.
Yes.
Where they grab your SoundCloud, they grab your Deezer, they grab
everything. Yeah, they should make 18 million streams for you to go gold. After putting everything together.
Alright, that's not too bad. I think you can do it.
Yes,
Now you need an online fan base like Aries, you know.
Yeah.
Very few. About Saudi is the most streamed South African hip hop artist. Somebody did of the Kendrick.
The Black Panther. He was lucky because that's the only song that's streamed though, not his other songs. You know, he was lucky because he had a song on the Black Panther soundtrack.
Which ended up blowing up.
Yeah,
Which has
all over
way
the
more than
world, all over the world,
18
which
million
got
streams.
streamed is. You know what I mean?
So you should get a plaque for that, right?
Let me explain something. You can have 18 million streams, right? But before they certify it, whatever gold or platinum, they check how many of those were streamed in South Africa. Because you can have 18 million,
okay.
yeah, you can have 18 million streams and find that it was streamed in Botswana, Swaziland. No, that won't give you a plaque.
And so that could be the case here.
That could be the
It has
case.
to hit 18
Yeah.
in South Africa.
Yeah, because we're in a global village, man. Internet is everywhere. People who could be streaming your stuff in Ghana, but that won't give you a plaque in South Africa. So that's another thing to consider. People will say, yo, I have so many views and so many streams, how come I'm not gold?
Yeah.
It's because not all of them were streamed in South Africa.
So
Yeah.
Lisa will check all those things out.
Orisa will check all those things.
So what happens is I've heard that Lisa doesn't give you a plaque. You make your own plaque and then they come certified.
They give you a certificate, a certification with their logo and say it's official, this is awarded to Aries for selling so much units. Yeah.
My other question is,
If someone makes himself a plaque, like, okay, can I please see the certification?
with the plaque?
Not even the plaque, never mind the plaque. Plaque you can go to Newtown and design your own plaque. But the most important thing is the certification from Visa. Yeah.
Here's my thing is that Visa gives you the certification after they vetted the whole situation,
Yes.
right?
And then they agree.
Why is it that they don't monitor the numbers themselves and then send people the relevant, why do I have to apply?
That's a lot of work. There's new artists. That's a lot of work. There's new artists dropping every time.
But you guys see the numbers, so they're not
listen.
if they're making bad.
Somebody said the same thing about us. Let's say hip hop awards. Why do you guys want people to submit? Why don't you just choose? I'm like, no, we don't know who released in the Western Cape or in Kuruma. We need to have that information and then we verify that information. It's impossible for us to check every corner of South Africa.
No, but let me show you, so you look at numbers. You said look at numbers.
Yes.
So if they can go check the numbers, why can't they monitor the numbers from the start? Because they've got the ability to do that. So if they can see that there's an artist who's coming up and selling 1 million copies every 3 months, they should be able to see that from their side. And then give the guy his plaques.
No, like there's a lot of artists. You don't even know whether this artist is South African or not. You don't know. We need information from the record label. No, we need full information from the record label. Because the next thing, you're gonna make mistakes.
And the labels don't cook these numbers themselves. Because sometimes they're like, and
Yeah.
I feel like in Risa, because they don't monitor it themselves, whenever the label comes and says, yo, my artist is they want it, I feel like their vetting system isn't the greatest because then why do we have so many fake flags around? If Risa was supposed to be on the ball, there would not be a problem.
You can tell when it's a fake flag.
I know that.
Yeah, if it's not Risa verified, and then it's fake.
But it's fake, but the fact is the artist feels like they sold double gold or double platinum or whatever. But
They must have
says no.
They must have numbers and proof to back it. You can't say I went gold from where. If we say on Spotify, we can go check on Spotify.
Yeah.
If we say on iTunes, Apple Music, we can go check. Don't just say you went gold. Tell us how and where, and then so we can go check those numbers.
I get what you say, I get your point. I just feel like it would be a lot easier for us to not see fake flags of resource really giving people what they deserve instead of us having to go to research and give them the numbers. Because sometimes it's such a big mission, I think, for a lot of artists and labels to go to research and wait for the verification. When I know I'm 7 times better, like why do I have to go to them? Like I know I'm 7 times better. I've got
Whatever that convinced you that you 7 times platinum, take that and give it to research. What's so difficult about that?
I don't know, man. I just feel like research should come into it.
No, record labels have structures. Somebody in that building must deal with that. With research. You know, record labels have structures. People who deal with PR, people who deal with different things. It shouldn't be a problem unless your plaque is fake.
I got you.
And even with the ringtones as well, you can go gold by selling 5,000.
5,000.
5,000 ringtones is gold.
And that doesn't mean you just have to sell them. So someone has to buy that ringtone.
Yeah.
5,000 people have to buy that ringtone.
Yes.
It doesn't have to keep, you don't get paid every time your phone rings, basically.
No.
You get that once off.
Yeah.
I remember with the Orchestra thing, he made a lot of money from ringtones. Does that still work?
I don't know, man. Even I remember Casper as well with Dog Chevrolet.
The ringtone.
Yeah,
They made a lot of money.
over a million ringtones.
I get you. Do you want to talk about some people you feel had fake plaques?
Nah, man. I don't know what proof they have, so I can't talk about
You want the certificate, you don't want plaques.
Yeah.
So let's cancel plaques then.
Why would you cancel plaques?
Because I need a certificate is what's important. So what's the point of having a plaque? Like it's just
The plaques,
create your certificate and then post that and then
the plaque.
then you believe you.
Look, the plaque. If you have 10 people working on the album here, you can have 10 plaques and present to each and every one of them. So with a certificate, what are you going to do?
One. I get you.
Yeah.
You only need one.
You know what I mean? So that's how we did it.
How do you feel about us making sure that RISA gives plaques to the right people? How do we ensure that we don't see these fake plaques?
There's no way we can do that. The thing is, there's no punishment for having a fake plaque. You know, that's why record labels feel free to like make their own without consulting with RISA. Make their own and present their artists. Because there's no consequences for that. So then
Basically, the conversation we're having doesn't really matter as much because whether guys make fake plaques or have the original, it's still going to be something that's happening. There's no way of rectifying this, especially in the hip hop space, where we can be sure that this is a RISA certified plaque and this is a fake plaque. We just accept that when we see a plaque, it's a plaque, regardless of the numbers.
yeah, well, it depends on what you do with that information. You see, with us at SA Hip Hop Awards, we get the numbers for airplay. We get the numbers from Radio Monitor,
Yeah.
and then for streams, for DSPs, we get the numbers from Capasso.
Okay.
And most of the time, when you get these numbers, you see a lot of lies.
Lies.
Yes, like, okay, this guy said he went platinum, but these numbers.
Okay. So the artists be cooking the numbers.
Yes.
Or the label.
Yeah, because when you get the numbers from,
Lisa and Capasso, they don't. Those numbers are direct.
yeah, those numbers are
Those
straight
are
from the
true.
DSPs.
Gotcha. Right. Learned a little bit something about
Yeah.
plaques today.
Because you know why the record labels avoid RISA, because they can actually have those numbers, but not all of them are from South Africa. So they just want to make a plan,
Right.
like skipping other routes.
Yeah. That's what happened most recently when homies was squealing. MT was squealing about getting $30 from Samuel.
Yeah,
And they
yeah.
were talking about it wasn't his collection from South Africa, it was from the rest of the neighboring countries.
Oh, okay.
Which obviously they didn't care about outside of the borders.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why he got that little money. But people were confused and thought MT's music is not playing. You know?
Yeah.
Even though he might even be able to create his own plaque now. I don't know if Logan's gone gold, but you know, he can do that if he wants to.
Yeah, he needs to check the numbers and take all that information to RISA. Yeah.
To all artists, that's what you need to do. Get your numbers right, speak to your label, if you're independent, do it yourself, take your stuff to RISA.
If
get that shit certified.
you see an artist with gold or platinum, just go to RISA website, risa.org, they have a list of all the Plaques, the artists, the dates. If it's not there, then you already know it's fake.
Gotcha. Every week we tell y'all to drop in the comment section, give us a YouTube link of your music, and if it's dope, we're gonna play it. So this week I just went onto all the episodes, dropping past 17 of them. I tried to find some of the best guys that I could find. There's a homie by the name of Morena, YounGee. He's been dropping.
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah.
He's been consistent.
Oh, you have to do him that person.
No. I know him from the game.
Have you heard some of his music?
I've heard some of his music.
I think he's really nice. Came through with something different. It was, like I said, sometimes we get a lot of trash in the comments, you know? But we loved that too, and he came through really nicely for me, consistently.
Yeah.
You put him on, man. So play his music video, I sent it through. He's really nice with it. I've never heard of him, I don't know him at all. But this is what he's got.
Rapping for my peers, corner store many years. I know my daddy dancing in the heaven when he heard this. Prayers for myself when the devil tryna test me. My nigga took a life, there's a blood on his steak. He did a couple years, but he's back for his baby. Behind these bars like Makula in the ghetto. My niggas very sick, yeah, I'll try to get in your. Every time I sleep, yeah, can I lead it on? Your girl send the picture, say I'll send a lead it on. Mrepa wagokas where the chains don't shine. Money is a drug when you mix it with pride. My hood full of guns, my it's really cheaper. Girl show love, I'll really deeper. I never went to church, every Sunday in my jita. Mrepa kitty nice, smoking humbly for the clout. Mommy getting a lady, she pull up through the night. Smoking on this weed that your shoes got sprayed. I'm about to make a break at the Coco Tarafori. Posh to my dere, yeah, and fun and get some honey. Shout out to the plug for the weed, I go Joes. Shout out to my Giza, le Madala, le Majos. Twana yako kasi, umpona bona sauce. Twana yako jobs, umpona bona sauce. Twana yako maaf, umpona bona sauce. Twana yako blow, umpona bona sauce. Twana yako pocha, umpona bona sauce.
Alright, would you like that?
I like that, man. I like that.
We should book him for a young hip hop Sunday.
I think he's there on one of the lineups that are still coming.
Oh, he's pulled up.
Yeah, he's cool.
Okay, do you know where the homie's from? Like I said, I have no clue. There's no bio, no that.
Hey, you see,
No idea about it.
I know his music. I don't know him personally. I don't have information on him. You know, sometimes we don't put on people we know. If your music is nice, that's all it takes.
That's what the free period is about. Trying to discover new artists. I know there's a lot of other people that are in the game that actually just watch just for the free period to find out who we're talking about.
Yeah, there's a lot of unknown cats that we put on, you know.
And that's what it's for, man. So shout out to Morena, YounGee, go check him out on social. Go download his music, bump his stuff, support his music. He's also on YouTube, subscribe to his channel. Shout out to Morena, that's my dude.
No way.
Who you got?
On the producer's side, I got Chrysler. You know Chrysler?
I don't know him. I just know the music anyway, but I don't know him as I know that you're a big fan.
Yo, I love Chrysler's work, you know. And I was so disappointed by him not submitting at the SA Hip Hop Awards. I wanted to see his name on that list. He did most of Plaques' songs on the album before now. You know, Dr. Pepper. You know, he's a new kid on the block.
So does he work with Dr. Pepper? Is he the producer or is he the guy beat maker?
Hey, he's the beat maker. Yeah.
I mean, Dr. Pepper will introduce the song.
Yes. And he's worked with Amanda Black as well. He's not into hip hop only.
Okay, so you guys say he's good.
Yeah.
Ah, nice. And he didn't submit?
I don't know what happened, man.
Maybe he's not ready, you know what I mean?
Maybe they don't know how these things work. Sometimes it's just information.
But I mean, he's a new kid on the block.
Yeah, no, it's good.
I don't think, especially for producers, I don't think when producers make music, whatever they drop as their first project, they never feel like that's their next work, right?
Yeah.
So he's probably like, nah, I don't see that.
Yeah, I'm still coming.
Do better.
They're still gonna see me.
So shout out to the homie.
You know, yeah, shout out to Chrysler. Nice work. See you.
Real dope, man. Producers, we got your back. I saw someone in the comment section talking about how we always talk about producers. I didn't even realize that we're the one platform where producers can get a shout out, get some shine, get some music played. I don't know if we play something from Plaques.
Any song from Blackie, Dr. Pepper.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Let's play that and get into the
Shout out
reactions.
to Christ.
Time, review time. I'm gonna open up my phone for this one, bro.
Ecco,
The Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
Okay.
Yeah.
I took some notes. I took 5-track.
What are your notes? What are your notes saying?
I just want to know.
Let me double check.
Because it's 5 tracks. 5 tracks.
No, it's not. It's an album. 12 songs.
I must have missed about 12.
12 songs.
I'm on the top 5 then.
Yeah. What are your notes saying?
I like that. You know? I think if there's one thing you're always complaining about is how movies sound very American and never bring the story home. I think Ecco did that quite nicely as well.
Yeah.
I can hear from the tracks that I've listened to on that is that there is a bit of, I wouldn't say animosity, but there's a bit of anger in him from what happened with the reggae crew.
Yeah.
You know, he speaks about a lot of that in the album. I love the intro to the album.
I love the intro.
The intro.
But my favorite song is Beast.
Beast is a fight.
Yeah, Beast is crazy, bro. Beast is
You
crazy.
want out on that.
You know, I also like that joint he did with Flake, Humble Pie.
Humble Pie is my favorite.
You know,
Humble Pie is an excellent song. I think to have Flame on it again gave me that Reggae Crew feel.
Yeah.
One thing though about Mbwana is that I can hear the Aries influence in his music.
I wouldn't say it's an influence.
What is it?
They were in the same crew. Obviously, you can pick that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can Flame and them. They were all in the same crew. You can pick that similarity.
Yeah.
You know, it's like Wu-Tang members. You can tell with every rapper that it sounds like Wu. Yeah.
But that sounded like.
Most cliques are like that, even if they go solo.
So is that a good or a bad thing? Because for me, I was like,
It depends on how good you do it.
Did you think that digital?
It didn't make any difference to me.
Really?
Yeah, I enjoyed the project.
Damn, okay.
Yeah.
Alright, other songs you think of?
Besides those favorites, Beasts and Humble Pie, I think the whole project is decent. Very listenable.
Any skips?
I didn't skip any. My first listen, because I wanted to review, I didn't skip any song. So yeah, and
There's a song for me there that like the title is trying to do something different. It's called the CO2C. It's got that R. Kelly water drop back.
yeah.
And I feel like he didn't need to do all that singing on that. And then only rap towards the end of the joint. You know what I mean?
It was giving you something different
I
though.
like that.
It was giving you
That's
something
the only song that I
different.
have to skip every time.
Yeah.
It's like, not this shit again.
So rated,
I'm gonna give it a 7.
I'm giving it an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Okay.
Not too bad. I'm still gonna bump it.
Debut, solo debut?
Yeah.
Okay. Not an EP, you said.
It's not an EP. 12 songs is an album.
Full album.
Yeah.
Alright, shout out to Ecco, man.
Ecco, Beauty and the Beast.
We like it. Let's
Rashid
get out of
K,
here.
OG Subgate.
It's the Masterclass Podcast.
We out.
See you next week.